Final.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com, and thank you for coming to Night Moves here for Thursday, January 14th. We're on the air live from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas, previewing the action here on Thursday in the NBA, NHL, college basketball, mid-major Thursday, and we'll have your picks and comments in the chat. Thank you for joining me here, flying solo here tonight on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 50,000 subscriber juggernaut. Should have a great sports betting day tomorrow. Good cards here. We're going to be here a while if you'd like with our basketball and hockey previews. So settle in, get your pens, pencils, and rotation orders ready for some previews and picks. I want to hear from you in the chat. We pulled off some winners here yesterday on Night Moves in the NBA with our totals plays, including the Raptors and the Pacers game to go under yesterday. Started us off with a winner on the show. We also brought home the winners yesterday here with the Denver Nuggets. Man, how about Jamal Murray? He going to finally make the All-Star game for once in his career? Probably so. Murray continues to look strong. We also had the Clippers in their rout last night of the Washington Wizards late. They won it by 14, laying the dozen. Also brought home a couple winners in hockey here on Night Moves last night with the over in the game between the Flyers and the Sabres, and that 5-2 Sabres win. Man, Sabres win. And we also had Ottawa there over the Rangers. Man, 8-4 in that one with Ottawa routing. Were the Rangers at home and did they get crushed? Certainly did, and they continue to have some problems there defensively and with the goaltending there. And we brought home Vegas last night for a 3-1 night here on the show as Vegas got it done in overtime over the Kings. Hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining me here. We're going to get a few people lined up and in here before we get started with the previews, but just want to say hello to Personal Account here today. Hello to Personal Account, Power Critter as well, LALV. Good morning. Hanging out with me here just past midnight in Las Vegas, Mr. Weskers as well. Talking Stanford. I think he's talking Stanford there. Can you believe the one thing? And look, we did cover some of the college action here, certainly in just a moment. But man, can you believe this young freshman for Stanford? They got themselves a winner. That's for sure. Last night with Stanford. Getting that win and looking pretty strong there. Also saw some late action here as well, but no doubt last night some good results, including Ibuka Okori, first most points ever by a Stanford freshman. What did he have here? 36 points, just 9 rebounds. What's wrong with this guy? As Stanford beat North Carolina. Hey, we had some of the winners here on Night Moves last night. In the games here, including the over in that game between North Carolina and Stanford. It was 95-90 after all, but Let's see here. Hey, the Fix is in. Hello, Fix is in. Hanging on around here. Timmy Two Shoes as well, ready to go tonight. And Mr. 4600 ready to go. Says it couldn't get that cover home there yesterday for, yeah. Look, let's take a look at some of the college action here. We'll talk pro basketball in just a moment. We had some winners here on the show yesterday, including LSU against Kentucky. Kentucky got that win. Great comeback. We had LSU plus the points on the show last night. LSU led by 18 early in the second half, but Kentucky hit that jumper at the buzzer for the walk-off win. LSU 0-4 in SEC play after going 12-1 early, but hey, we had the winner with LSU there yesterday. Hey, Texas was able to beat Vanderbilt there yesterday and send Vandy to their first loss of the season. No problem. I mean, after all, was a great run there for Texas, for Vandy, first loss in 17 games, and they out rebounded the Commodores big time in that game, 42-24, and Vanderbilt couldn't really stop Texas's inside game. There. SMU, talk about the big buzzer beater there win last night. What a shot, huh? From half court. It wasn't really one of those typical, throw it up. I mean, that thing was a line drive. Boogie Miller and SMU get the win there last night. The Hokies led that one, but SMU came charging back. It's the win 77-76. So kind of a wild finish there too, obviously, in that game. As everything kept breaking for SMU in the last minute plus in that one to set up that buzzer beater. Louisiana Tech got the win over Middle last night, 59-54. I only mentioned this one. Blue Raiders led by 20 late in the first half, but Louisiana Tech comes back to get the win in that one. And hey, I mean, that was one of our featured games there, kind of there a little bit yesterday, as Bulldogs outscored Middle 38-18 in the second half, despite going just 1 of 12 from three-point range, but Middle couldn't hit their free throws there in that one. Arizona over Arizona State. I had a premium on this one on ASU plus the points in that one. We were able to get that cover for sure in a pretty high scoring game there. We came in late with a premium there in that one and got it home with ASU getting the points. They're getting like 22 points in that game. Also, great game Ole Miss. Over Georgia, 97-95. Georgia led by 4 with under a minute to play, but Ole Miss scored with 1 second left in overtime for the win. A.J. Storr off the bench, 27 points in that game. Impressive there for Storr. He didn't start, got 27. All right, we had some other winners here on Night Moves last night, including Iowa and Purdue. Game total over. That was a winner here. Xavier was a winner for us here on Night Moves, and their win over Butler pretty convincingly there in that one. Also brought home a winner here last night with San Diego State. I talked about my Aztecs there and their dominance of Wyoming, and that continued. They had to win to keep pace there with Nevada and Utah State. But how about it? I mean, can you believe it there? In the big Mountain West game there last night with Utah State getting the win. Nevada got the money, though, there in that one. And we also had late night TCU BYU game to go under winner here on Night Moves. Went 2-2 on my premiums over at Tony'sPicks.com, but you can go over to Tony'sPicks.com and get our premium picks every day over at Tony's Picks. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15% off all premium pick packages, including mine here on Thursday in pro basketball, college basketball. Trying to get going in some tennis plays. We got to find some evenly rated matchups. I always like to pick those toss-ups there. I'm going to come in here and pick a bunch of favorites. But, man, some good finals over there in Auckland and Hong Kong and Australia as well. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Let's get on over there and see what's going on here this week with me over on the site and take a look. And you can get my premium picks here for the action of 4-2 in the NFL this week. Got one NFL play up pretty much here, but going to be rolling here, I think, with probably 3 premiums this weekend in the NFL. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Here, rolling right now in college football as well. So, I'm going to have a pick in the national championship game. Also, a little bit of a winning time so far in the NBA as well. So check out my premium picks there. Why not roll with me right now through Saturday with a 3-day all sports pass, Thursday, Friday, Saturday action here. And I'll have my best bets up over at Tony's Picks. You see me on a lot of channels, a lot of shows, but just know that my best picks are right here at Tony's Picks every day. The best, strongest plays that I have every day right here at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, check out the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot here for Wednesday and see who got the job done. Doubles was 5-1, solo 2-0, Millsy 2-0 as well. There's Justin in there 2-1. DeAndre won his only premium on the day there. So did Al. Tony had a couple of winners as well. So great job to the crew. There's a Vegas Al as well, had a winning day, and hopefully you checked in with Vegas Al. His show precedes mine here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Make sure you're checking in with Al every night at midnight Eastern and 9 Pacific as he got you with the Look Ahead show. We saw that breaking news here within the last couple of hours. The Giants are finalizing that deal with John Harbaugh. Right now, one of the top coaches out there in the coaches pool, I think. I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, look, we just did this same thing 3 years ago. 10 NFL teams changed coaches after that season. 8 of them have already been fired here. So, including the ones this season as well. Guys like Gannon and Dable, Stefanski was there a little longer. These guys are looking for jobs here. I just think, Mike Tomlin, for me, he's the guy that I would want out of all this group, that have been fired here right now. Yeah, McDaniel's getting a lot of looks with offensive coordinator jobs, but to me, I'd want a guy like Tomlin who does more with less than a guy like Harbaugh who, he kind of did less with more, right? He kind of never got there, it felt like. Sure, he had the one Super Bowl, and he is the winningest playoff coach, I think, out of the whole group, but I'd go for Tomlin if I were a team out there. Maybe Tomlin ends up on TV, but I'd probably drop the bag for Tomlin, I think. And if you get him with the Pittsburgh Steelers have done a lot with their way of doing things over the years. But if you give Tomlin maybe just a little bit more talent, even, I think that would be a coup. I think Tomlin is the guy that you want out of that group. All right, let's get rolling here a little bit with the action here on Thursday, and I want to get you guys involved here as well. And so what you'll do is comment with me, and I show your picks on the screen, and then you're on record with your picks. You show your friends, hey, I had that one on Night Moves. So, all right, let's get to moving here. If there's any other news that you were thinking about, let me know. But we haven't seen a lot of. I know my Chargers, they fired Greg Roman here as offensive coordinator, and look, I mean, when you get your quarterback practically killed back there, you're going to have to face some music a little bit. Also, Adam Thielen announced his retirement after a 12-year career. And, of course, he was playing there with the Steelers late in the season, trying to get one last chance at the bowl. All right. Let's get moving right here, right now, and get going with the show and preview the games. Got kind of a busy card here, and I've also got a handful of college games that I'm going to look at tonight. I think 6 or 7 here. So, all right, let's see who else. LALB had a parlay last night. Frustration from Timmy with the Sixers. And Mr. Westers does say he says the best players are coming out of California right now on the basketball scene. Personal account rolling off his winners from yesterday in here as well. And see if we got some other. We got a couple dozen of in here right now. I think we can start the show. All right. Just want to make sure we don't miss anybody in there. Mr. Westford says things are changing. Things are changing. All right, and let's see what else we got here. Anything else? All right. Thank you guys for joining me. All right. Just looking at the comments from you guys. Okay, here we go. Let's just start the show. Let's get going here in the NBA on Thursday night. Get rolling here. Hey, we're in actually. Let's get rolling on Thursday afternoon here in the United States, and night over in Berlin, Germany, where this one will take place between the Grizzlies and the Magic. Maybe the graphics man could put versus instead on the graphic there with this one. Going to Berlin. These two are on a little European adventure here. They'll play in Germany first, and then they'll go to London, I believe, right after for the next game. So they're playing. I think that's a little different. I don't know if we've seen teams play in two different European cities for the Euro NBA games. So here we have the Grizzlies taking on the Magic here on Thursday, with the Magic favored by 4.5, total 229 here in this one. And for Orlando here, they've been struggling, no doubt, but still have won 11 of their last 15 games at home. They're just 5-15, however, against the spread in their last 20 games. Memphis has kind of owned the series against Orlando, but often they're kind of favored by too many points when the two teams meet. Memphis is 7-1 against the spread straight up against Orlando, but Orlando actually gets the money in a lot of those games. Memphis is just 2-6 right now against the spread. Their last 8 games overall, and 2-6 here straight up coming into this one. Orlando's gone under in 8 of their last 12 games. Memphis has gone under in 4 of their last 5 games coming into this one. So here we are. This one's on Amazon Prime with this game from the Uber Arena in Berlin, Germany. And you guys can comment on this one here if you'd like. You got Memphis, a pretty bad underdog, 7-16, but Orlando's not a great favorite, just 11-18 against the spread. So lesser of two evils here, it feels like, between these teams. Memphis is 8-15 as an underdog. Orlando 8-15 to the under as an underdog, and 13-16 for Orlando as a favorite to the under. So let's see what you guys have here as I'm trying to get my chat going here. Okay, here we go, you guys. Thanks a lot. I'm going to start it off with. And Mr. Wester's here says, great nation here. And a great point here. This is great with the personal account. Kind of ironic here that I don't know if there's something to it, making sure these guys, they've certainly been injured here for quite a while, talking about Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner. But hey, this is a nice little game for them, right? And you got to wonder if some of their injury woes, or maybe they were ready to go and just took a while to get these guys back into, I don't want to say playing shape, but it was just kind of odd that they were out for so long here. And now here's Franz Wagner finally upgraded to probable in the game here tonight with his 23 points per game and 6 rebounds, and Mo Wagner also has come back here recently. So I think there is something about that for the Wagner brothers playing in Germany. Ja Morant, yes, out of this game with a calf injury, and we've been dealing with this with Ja a little bit. He's only played only 18 games this season. He came out the other day and said he really would like to play in Miami. Well, hey, wouldn't we all like to work where we want to work? Or something like that. But to me, when I see a guy that's ready to leave like that, I'm like, is that the guy we really want? Brandon, let's see here. I think that's it for the injuries. Actually, oh, Castleton is out for the Magic, and so is Jalen Suggs, still out with that knee problem here a little bit. So yeah, they're getting some back, they're getting some in here in this one. But yeah, I got to take the Magic here in this one. This is supposed to be uh, a show and out game here, right, for the Magic here in this one. Timmy Chushu is liking the over here. But yeah, I'm going to roll with the Magic here and lay these points tonight. What do you think? Over under? I don't know. I don't know really right now. I'm thinking I just want to roll with the Magic here. Cal Dog is joining us tonight. Timmy said it'll be like an exhibition with no defense out there. Cal Dog on the Magic here as well. And let's see here. Under for LALV. And any others? Let's see here. Okay, I think that's it. Hey, want to say hello and welcome to Tim J in the chat. Hey, Tim J is here. All right, Tim, good to have you here as a member of the Chat Pros there tonight. I'm trying to look at his avatar there. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm going to take the Magic here in the game in Berlin, Germany. This is the first meeting between these two teams this season. And Mr. 4600 says the Grizz are a bit dysfunctional here. He'll take the Madge. Next up. All right, here we are. We're in Detroit with the Suns taking on the Pistons here. Phoenix coming in with a record of 24-16 right now. Detroit 28-10. Both teams coming in here off of a loss following 3-game winning streaks. Phoenix beat Memphis, the Knicks, and Washington before losing to Miami last time out in a 127-121 loss at Miami. Detroit, meanwhile, had consecutive wins over Cleveland, New York, and Chicago before losing at home to the Clippers 98-92. Detroit's actually been off for 4 days. Coming into this one, they're favored by 7. The total 223 here in this one. Phoenix has won 9 of their last 12 games and covered 6 of their last 7 overall. They've also covered 4 of the last 5 meetings against the Pistons. Pistons come in here having won 11 of 16 while covering 4 of their last 6. Detroit's gone under in 5 straight, and this series has gone under in 5 of the last 6 games. But for the most part, these two teams kind of trend over this year. You have Phoenix 13-8 to the over on the road, Detroit 11-8 to the over at home. But of late, they're going under, and Detroit's gone under here in 5 of 6 at home, but early on they were going over for the most part quite frequently. These two teams have not yet met this season. Last year they met here in December. It was 133-125. Detroit got the win at Phoenix. Phoenix later returned the favor at Detroit. So the road team has won this game in each of the last 2 years. 4 straight games the road team has won when these two teams have met. So the Suns have been terrific here this season, spread wise. For Phoenix here, like I said, some of these totals here, they've gone under in 7 of their last 10. Detroit's gone under in 7 of their last 10. Here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Phoenix Suns, man. They just keep on keeping on here, it feels like right now. Really strong, and I think getting the points here could be enough for the Suns. I like the fact the road teams have been winning this one or covering anyway. Let's see what you guys have here on Thursday night. Jimmy says, who is out for Detroit? He thinks it kind of looks like a quirky line there with Detroit favored by 7. Cade Cunningham is probable, and Jalen Duren returns to the lineup here after being injured with a turned ankle. Tobias Harris is probable. Isaiah Stewart is probable. A healthy lineup here for the Pistons. Meanwhile, for the Suns, Devin Booker is questionable in this game. I'm not sure that Booker is going to make this lineup, actually. And Bouye is out of this game. Royce O'Neal is probable. So key injury there for Phoenix if Booker is not able to make this lineup. I'm going to take the Suns, though, plus 7. Personal account says Cade comes back. Take the Pistons in the over. Timmy Two Shoes likes it to go over. Cal Dog liking the Suns in there. And Timmy said the Suns got those 3-point shooters. I saw the video of Dylan Brooks getting into it with a Miami Heat fan there the other night. And I think it's just terrible that fans do that. I mean, sure, we could all think that Brooks is a hothead and maybe not our favorite player if he's not acting all a fool out there. But I think it's wrong for fans to do what they do sometimes and egg on a player like that. Hey, I guess it's all fair. But I don't know. I think when you cross the line a little bit, use profanities at the players, you better watch out, man. You better watch out. LALV likes the Suns here. And Mr. Wesker says, I think Mr. Wesker's about had it with the Suns and their recent success, and that they're going to start to head south. I think he says there. But what a year it's been so far. I mean, there's nobody questioning here, at least to this point, what the Suns have kind of done here with that great record, 24-16, even better against the spread. Over for LALV. And Mr. 4600 says, got to take the Suns. Maybe that price is high. And I'm trying to be a TikTok. I'm moving some my picks to TikTok. They told me that's where you need to be. All right. They do it for the views, Timmy. It's bad. It's bad. Okay, I'll take the Suns in that one. Let's go to another good one here with the Thunder taking on the Rockets. Man, the Thunder, what's wrong with the Thunder here? Hey, this is going to be a tough one going up against the Rockets, but actually the Thunder got right back to it here with 4 straight wins, but still only covered in that last game against the San Antonio Spurs. They'd failed to cover in 3 consecutive victories, actually. For Houston here, they come in off of a win over Chicago, 119-113, but they haven't covered in several weeks here right now with their string of 0-6 against the spread. Their last 6 games overall, going just 2-4 straight up. For Oklahoma City, they've won 8 of their last 10, but are just 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games coming in. Oklahoma City's defeated Houston in 8 of the last 12 meetings, but just 1-4 against the spread against the Rockets. Houston's gone under in 6 of their last 7 games, but this series has gone over in 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams. Houston's been going under, I say, here in their last 10. But I will mention this, that the Rockets are an underdog for just the 3rd time this season, and they are 2-0 ATS as an underdog here. For Oklahoma City, 8-10 against the spread on the road. Houston, 6-8 against the spread at home. But I'm liking the Rockets, I think, here in this one tonight. See what you have in this great game here. Nexus is here. He likes the Thunder to keep it rolling here right now. And Mr. Wesker says he wants Houston on the money line here in this one. Cal Dog on the Thunder. Lou Dort's questionable. Hartenstein is out for the Rockets. Eason is out. DFS probable. LALB liking the over here in this one. Jimmy Choosh going to take those points. Says, could it be an under here? But if it goes overtime, it'll go over. And Nexus says that foot injury on Dort looks pretty bad. Doesn't expect him to get in this lineup, get his minutes anyway. I'll take Houston here plus the points tonight against the Thunder in a good one here for sure. Look, Houston 23-14. I mean, they're still way behind the Thunder, but Jimmy Choo likes it to be a game that goes down the wire. The Celtics are going to take on the Heat here on Thursday. And man, got an interesting one here with the Celtics on the road coming in 24-15. The Heat just 21-19 here right now. But continue to be a pretty decent cover this season. The Heat are 13-7 ATS as an underdog. Boston 12-8 against the spread on the road. Miami 12-8 against the spread here at home. These two teams these two teams played their first game of the season back in Boston in December. Boston won it 129-116 as a 7.5 point favorite here on that night. Boston has covered 7 of the last 8 meetings overall against the Miami Heat, although they've gone just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 overall. Boston's won 14 of their last 20 coming in. They've gone under in 4 of their last 5. They're also 11-15 to the under as a favorite and 8-12 to the under on the road. Miami, meanwhile, has lost 4 of their last 6 games coming in, but gone 7-3 ATS in their last 10. And not only is Miami just 1-7 against Boston in the last 8 meetings, they've also lost 8 straight meetings here to Boston at home. So a little bit of a one-sided series here between Miami and Boston. Miami's gone over in 4 of their last 5 at home. Is it good enough for you to consider taking the Celtics here in this one? Let's see what's going on in the chat when the Celtics take on the Heat. All right, if the Heat are healthy, says Timmy Two Shoes, then take the Heat. He says it. He's not swayed by the dominance of Boston here. Jaime Jaquez is questionable. Davion Mitchell is doubtful here in this one. Normie Powell probable. Larson probable. Jovic probable. Hero probable. For Boston here, Jaylen Brown is probable in this one. I mean, not is out of this game still. Timmy Choo Shoes liking Wiggins here. LALB liking the over. Cal Dog liking the under here. And Mr. Westwood says the Celtics aren't getting the fair shake from the referee whistle. Boston here has lost in consecutive games too. San Antonio and Indiana. Meanwhile, Miami coming off that win. Dylan Brooks said, look at the scoreboard, but in the end, it was Miami who had the last laugh. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Celtics here, this one-sided series, and I'm going to have to take them to get it done here again right now for the 9th straight time. Next up, we've got the Bucks and the Spurs. Do you think they'll just battle of the big men here with the Bucks on the road? 8-point underdogs here, maybe 7.5 right now. Total 226.5. Both teams have lost 2 straight coming in. The Spurs with consecutive losses here to Minnesota and OKC. Milwaukee, meanwhile, lost to Denver and Minnesota coming into this one. The two teams have not met yet this season. Last season here in San Antonio, they beat Milwaukee 144-118 to snap a losing streak overall against the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee is 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games against San Antonio. The one loss was the last time they met back in January of last year. But Milwaukee's just 3-11 against the spread in their last 14 games against San Antonio. Milwaukee's gone under in 12 of their last 18. They've failed to cover in 5 of their last 7. Spurs come in having lost 4 of their last 7 here overall. San Antonio's gone under in 7 straight games. 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone under. Milwaukee's 7-14 to the under on the road. San Antonio's 10-16 to the under as a favorite. I think I just got to take the under here in this one at 226 between the Bucks and the Spurs. Let's see how you have this one. Between the Bucks and the Spurs here in San Antonio. All right. Here's Timmy liking the Spurs in this one. And Mr. Wester says doesn't like the attitude of Giannis here. He just plays for himself. Giannis is probable in this game. Miles Turner is probable as well. Vassell still out for San Antonio. He hasn't played yet this year since January 1st. Cal Dog liking the Spurs. Buy it down 0.5 point here to 6.5. Jimmy Chushu is not a fan of the Bucks. Says they couldn't even beat the Wolves, who were missing those big-time players and lost by 33 points. Couldn't stop Julius Randle even without Ant and Gobert in the lineup. And he says, what are they going to do, turn around in 2 days? Mr. Wester says the Wolves playing the best they ever have. Maybe they are. I mean, look, there was a couple of times there that Wolves team was ready to graduate, it felt like, and they always fell short. They put up some big seasons in there. But, right now, this Wolves team. Oh, where do we go? Why are we on the Wolves there? Now I've lost my spot. Oh, because we were talking about the Wolves there with the injuries. Okay, thank you guys. All right, I'm on the under there in that one. Let me move on. I'm easily distracted. All right, the Jazz are on the road here, taking on the Dallas Mavericks, and we'll have to see. But Cooper Flagg looks like he'll probably be out of this game, I would imagine. That looked like a pretty painful injury there for Flagg last night, and be tough, I think, for him to get back in the lineup here today. And plenty of injuries for Dallas right now. They feel like they're all beat up here all of a sudden. With AD hitting the shelf, Gafford questionable, Max Christie questionable here as well, and Cooper Flagg, who had to walk off there with an injury last night. We'll see if Lauri Markkanen can make the lineup. He missed last game with an illness, and we'll see his status here in this one. I think will be key as well. Makes it a little bit tough to make the call here, but it does feel like Dallas may be up against. We know Utah's no great shakes as well, but interestingly, Utah here, I think they are a favorite by 1 or 1.5. They're 3-1 as a favorite this year, but this one's a little bit borderline. Utah is just 5-14 straight up on the road. Dallas is 11-11. But those are some notable injuries for sure. Dallas is just coming in here with a spread record of 18-23 overall. Dallas is 9-13 to the under at home this season. In this series, 7 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams have gone under. Utah has gone over in 4 of their last 6, but Utah has covered 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams. They've also covered 4 out of the last 5 overall, despite the fact that Utah's dropped 7 of their last 9 games coming into this one. Dallas just 3-7 straight up, 2-8 against the spread. Their last 10 overall. So maybe Utah's actually playing a little bit better than Dallas here right now. I mean, they have pretty much the same record this season, but Flag is such an important player. It does seem like, doesn't it? Okay, here we go with the picks. Hello to Greg in the chat tonight. Mr. Westwood doesn't see why the Mavs would win. Cal Dog says take the Jazz again. LALV's on the under. Greg has Utah winning this one as well. And Mr. Wesker says at least the Jazz plays bad with the same crew. We're going to see what Dallas is going to have to do in there today. Timmy Chushu says the bookie's crazy. You got to take Dallas still at home. Greg says they'll both be tired in this one with having played last night. And Utah played at Chicago. It's their third straight road game. Dallas here at least has been at home. That might be it from you guys in the chat. Here's the Jazz for Mr. 4600. I'm going to take the under in this one at 235. Give me the under with the Jazz and the Mavs here on Thursday. Next up, the Knicks are on the road, taking on the Warriors here in San Francisco. You got the Knicks coming in here 25-15. Golden State coming in 22-19. Warriors have won 3 of their last 4 games coming in, including a win over Portland the other night and pretty easy cover, 119-97, laying 10.5. They've also covered 3 out of their last 4 for the Knicks. They come in here with a 6-14 road record against the spread. They did lose the other night to Sacramento. This is their 4th straight road game here on the West Coast swing, dropping 2 of them here, including a loss to Phoenix on the road when they were favored by 1 point against that Suns team. The Warriors are 11-9 against the spread at home coming in. Warriors 18-12 to the over as a favorite, but 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Golden State's gone under in 5 of their last 7. Warriors have beaten the Knicks in 15 of the last 20 meetings between the two teams. Knicks have dropped 4 of their last 5 on the road. They're just 3-12 against the spread. Their last 15 games overall are the New York Knicks. Golden State has won 9 of their last 14 coming in, and 4 of their last 5 at home. All right, let me hear from you in the chat in this one with the Knicks and the Warriors. All right, and Timmy Chushu says the Knicks are take the Knicks and the points. Brunson not scoring 4 points. Yeah, but it was Brunson that he actually left the game with an ankle injury. So I think that's the problem here, and maybe the problem in this game for Brunson there. That's why he had a poor game there in the game there last night against Sacramento. That's another factor to consider, that the Knicks are on the back-to-back losing a 12-point favorite, and they lost by 11 there. So I don't know. I think the fact that if Brunson does miss the game, you have the Warriors here definitely do a pretty good job usually against the Knicks. And let's see here. Greg here likes the Warrior. Well, he's got it pretty much right on the spread there, but maybe that's an under for Greg. LALV liking the under. And Mr. Westwood says, it makes it a little bit tough here now with if Brunson is indeed out of this game. And we've already seen it. If Brunson was in there, he says if Brunson plays, what does the line move to? And I would imagine that it would be, probably 4. I'd probably think 4, 3.5. All right, let's see here. Warriors could smack them. Cal Dog does not like the points for the Warriors. Thinks it's too high. And Timmy Tushu says the Knicks will rally. All right. So we'll see. I think that's the big factor here is the injury status, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Warriors here in this one. LAOV says take the under if Brunson does not play. All right, next up, the Hawks are at the Trailblazers here, with the Hawks favored on the road here for 229.5. Okay, the Blazers have lost 2 in a row to the Knicks and to the Warriors. They were playing so good before that, covering all those lines. Atlanta's had a mini turnaround here a little bit ever since dealing Trae Young. He wasn't even playing really, but they did get blasted by the Lakers finally the other night to end that 3-game winning streak. But Portland's covered 5 of their last 7 and 5 of the last 6 games at home. They've won 5 of their last 7. They've also defeated Atlanta in 10 of the last 15 meetings between the two teams. Atlanta's gone just 5-10 in their last 15 overall, although they are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. Atlanta, though, here they're a favorite, and they're 7-12 against the spread as a favorite. Portland's 17-10 against the spread as an underdog. What's going on here with is Clyde Drexler out? No, it's the Denny Avila. Avila is out of this game, 26-point game scorer. He's actually doubtful here, but that's kind of a downgrade. They were saying that he was almost targeting back, but doesn't look like he'll be in this game now. Jeremy Grant's questionable. Chris Murray is out for Portland. For Atlanta, Ricochet out, Porzingis out, and Kennard is questionable. I still think Portland's the side to look at here. Let's see what the chat thinks. I'm taking Portland here in this one. Here we go with the chat. And Mr. West was not sure he's quite buying into Atlanta here after just a handful of games. Needs to see a little bit bigger sample size. Greg says, I think he likes the Blazers. I think Greg likes the Blazers here plus the points. Portland and under here for Greg. And LALB says, blaze them. Cal Dog liking the Blazers in this one. I'm going to take the Blazers as well. Look, Atlanta's not just because they got rid of Young for some young talent doesn't mean they've totally turned it around as well. I agree. Let's see a few first. And Portland playing terrific at home, certainly. All right, next up, you got the Hornets and the Lakers here. Speaking of, what's my line? What's wrong with this line? Might be up to 4.5 here, but Austin Reeves continues out. Jackson Hayes is questionable here, but the Lakers are favored by 4.5, like the line is broken. Colin Sexton, he's questionable. Connaughton's questionable here. And I guess this is some secret game where the Hornets are going to compete against the mighty Lakers in this one. Hornets come in 14-26. Lakers 24-14. Lakers coming in off of the win over Atlanta, just 116-114. But, the Lakers actually covered that, favored by only 1.5 here. They had failed to cover in 3 straight. So I don't know. Am I missing something here with this one? The Hornets failed. They lost at the Clippers the other night, 117-109. Of course, they had that big win over Utah, but I think the Sharps are going to be all over the Hornets here, but I don't know if I can get behind this call by the Sharps. here. Lakers 4, LALV. Timmy Chushu says go over and ball. And Timmy Chushu says Hornets money line. The boys will play and they will show up. The thing is, if I'm taking the Hornets here, I want more than 4, or I want a bigger money line price than what they're offering. And it's almost like yes, maybe there's some. I've already seen this thing kind of move here, right? I mean, what is it? Well, there's starting to be some 4.5s out here. Timmy likes the way they attack. I mean, look, the Hornets are a young, interesting team, but man, is this really what we're talking about here? Hornets come in just 7-14 on the road this season. Lakers, 16-6, straight up as a favorite. Hornets have been a good dog, no doubt about it. 20-13 against the spread as an underdog. LALB likes it over. Greg says, "Hey, they played Charlotte tough, and they played OKC tough, and they won. No doubt about it. The OKC though had all those other circumstances in that." Mr. West was looking a way to fade the Lakers. I just can't do it. Greg says Charlotte will win. I think this looks like a bargain to me. I'll take the Lakers here in this one. Call me square. 4 points here. A Lakers team. Aren't they clearly better than this Hornets? I mean, are the Hornets about to rip off a massive winning streak, or just crush the rest of this season and find their way to the playoffs here? I know the Lakers feel like they're broken, but they've also come up with some wins and covers here ever since they were taken to task by their head coach. Mr. Wesker says maybe the books are underselling them. LAOB says the Lakers will smash. Okay, that's it for the NBA. Great job to the chat. Hopefully bring home some winners here with you guys. Cal Talk says they're baiting you to take the Hornets. I would take the Hornets if they were getting 8, not 4. Who's biting? Who's taking the bait with 4 points? Do they? Okay, I'm just pretty confused. The Hornets have a very dismal win-loss record. 14 wins, 26 losses. It's about 36%. Mr. 4600 says the Lakers have no consistency. Yeah, that's probably I'm down with. I agree with that. But the Lakers still come in here with a record of 24-14. Almost the complete opposite record of the Hornets. So, I don't know. This is probably one of those, the line, right, is probably supposed to be telling you the story. The line's too low for the bait. Can't, right? Even the fish aren't buying into the spinning bait. They know it's fake. Fake bait. All right, we're going to move into some college basketball here now. And a nice mid-major card for the most part here tonight. And I've looked at, I think I got 6 or 7 games lined up here to look at on the card here on Thursday. And we're going to start off with the top of the board. All right, the New Mexico State Aggies here taking on the Liberty Flames. College basketball action for Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. To kick off the card here on Thursday, Liberty favored here by 8.5. Total 142.5. Liberty coming in here 13-3, and they're on a winning streak right now. Are the Flames? They come in here 13-3 right now. New Mexico State 9-6. New Mexico State's lost 3 of their last 4 games coming in, including a loss last time out to Middle, 59-55, as a 3.5 point favorite. New Mexico State just 1-5 against the spread on the road this season. Liberty's 4-2 against the spread at home. Liberty with this win streak right here. They also own a couple of covers here of late over Sam Houston and Louisiana Tech. New Mexico State's gone over in 5 of 6 road games. Liberty's 7-3 to the over. As a favorite here, I'm going to go with the over in this one between New Mexico State and Liberty at 143.5. I'm going to go over with these two. Last year, I did play a couple of unders, including the game here at Liberty. It was 68 to 60. Liberty won as a 7-point favorite. Liberty also won later at New Mexico State, 64 to 54 as a 3.5-point favorite. But I'm going to grab here and take the over here in this one. All right, let's see here. New Mexico State for Mr. Weskers. There he'll take +9. New Mexico State in the points for Timmy Chushu. He also likes the over. And Greg here, he likes, I think, Liberty. Maybe he likes Liberty in the over here. LALB likes New Mexico State plus the points. Next up, we've got Arkansas State taking on South Alabama here in this one. You got Arkansas State on the road, laying 3, total 154. This one's at 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific time here. Arkansas State comes in with a record of 12-5. South Alabama comes in here at 12-5 as well. So pretty decent matchup here for sure between these two teams. As we kind of look at the action here today for this matchup. For Arkansas State here in this one, they come in with a record of 10-5 against the spread overall, 7-4 against the spread as a favorite, 6-3 against the spread as a favorite on the road. For USA here, they're just 2-4 against the spread at home so far this season. Two teams met here last year at South Alabama, and it was South Alabama getting the win, 76-62 as a pick'em. They also won at Arkansas State, 60-56 as an 8.5-point favorite. Then they met in the conference tournament, and Arkansas State got that one, 74-71, but failed to cover the spread. So USA covered the spread in all 3 matchups last season between the two teams. Right now, Arkansas State is 4-1 in the conference standings. They are half a game back of Troy. South Alabama, meanwhile, is 3-2 here in conference play. Of course, they have Player of the Year, Conference Player of the Year candidate Chase Harris for South Alabama. Arkansas State 6-3 to the over on the road. Let's see what you guys have in the chat here in this one. All right. Greg says, I think he likes South Alabama here in this one in the under. LALB likes the under as well. Cal Dog likes Arkansas State. I'm with LALB here. I like the under in this one with Arkansas State and South Alabama. I'll try the under here with these two. Next up here, we're going to Cal Baptist taking on Abilene Christian. The Baptists and the Christians here in this one. Cal Baptist comes in 12-6. Abilene Christian comes into this one with a record of 10-7. Take a look at the current standings here in the WAC between Cal Baptist and Abilene Christian. You know, Cal Baptist is a really underrated conference. If you think about all the conferences, especially these Western ones, right? Western Athletic Conference ahead of the Big West nowadays. Here with this group of teams, pretty interesting that they've kind of passed up the Big West here with some, pretty good teams, Utah Valley and UT Arlington and Tarleton as well. Cal Baptist currently just 2-3 here, but they're 12-6 overall. If anything, maybe that does show how decent the conference is. Of course, Cal Baptist with Dominic Daniels for Abilene Christian here, led by Braden Hubbard. They currently are 2-2 in the conference standings. Let's see what you have in this one. Cal Baptist comes in having won their last 2 games with wins over Utah Tech and last place Southern Utah. For ACU, they come in off of a loss to Arlington, 82-72 as a 2.5-point dog. But before that, they did get wins and covers over. I should say wins. They were underdogs against Utah Valley in one, and they won at Tarleton here. So ACU's had a few good performances for sure here of late. Cal Baptist is 6-12 to the under here so far this season. Abilene Christian, they've been going over here quite a bit. They've gone over right now in 9 of their last 10 games coming in, but I don't know if that's the way this one's going to go. It's at 137 here right now. Abilene Christian, a 2-point favorite, but Abilene has gone over in 8 straight games coming in. Cal Baptist has covered 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. Abilene Christian's won 7 of their last 8 games at home coming in. Although Cal Baptist just 2-5 ATS in their last 7 games overall. Abilene Christian's gone over in 5 of their last 6 conference games as well. Let's take a look at what you guys have. Anything in this one between Cal Baptist and Abilene Christian? And let's see here. Mr. Westers always has to back those Christians. Here's Cal Baptist for LALV. Greg here, he likes maybe the over there, I think, for Greg. LALB likes the over. Cal Dog likes Cal Baptist there. And all right, let me see here. I think that's going to be it. Okay, that is it for that one. I'm taking the under, by the way. Give me the under here in this one between Cal Baptist and Abilene Christian. All right, let's take a look here next up at Edwardsville, taking on UT Martin. In this one, Martin is hot right now, one of the hottest teams going here at this point. They're 13-4 overall coming into this one. They've won 5 straight. This is usually a pretty good series for Martin. They've won and covered 5 straight meetings against Edwardsville overall. Edwardsville just 3-7 in their last 10 games at Martin here. Edwardsville also just 1-6 against the spread their last 7 games coming in. UT Martin's gone under in 9 of their last 12 games, and they've gone under in 6 straight at home, although I will say 6 straight meetings between these two teams have gone over. Martin here, an 8-point favorite. Edwardsville comes in here 4-0 against the spread as an underdog so far this season. They've usually been getting enough points in some of these, but again, this has been a rough series for them for sure. But they've been close games, reasonably close games. The two teams did meet here last year at Martin, and it was 85-82. Martin got the win. They were only favored by 2 in that one, so they got the money. later at Edwardsville, Martin got the win, 76-71 is a 5.5 point. Uh, uh, Edwardsville was favored in that one by 5.5, and Martin won the game by 5. So again, Martin kind of does dominate this series here, and the series isn't over for sure, even though Martin has been going under here big time, 6 straight over in this one. That's where I'm going to go. Give me the over here with Edwardsville and Martin, but Martin's got some good trends in there in this one. Okay, here's Mr. Westers. He's like Tennessee Martin against the spread, and Greg says too many points. Take Edwardsville here in this one. We'll say Edwardsville is 1-3 to the under on the road, but and Martin's been going under, but I'm going to say the series history kind of takes the advantage here. LALB on the over, and Cal Dog likes SIU Edwardsville. All right, the Wichita State Shocker is going to take on the FAU Owls here. This one, Wichita comes in here with a 10-7 record. Losers of 2 of their last 3. FAU here has won 2 straight. They're 11-6 right now as they host Wichita here in Boca Raton. FAU with consecutive wins over Memphis and UAB. Meanwhile, for Wichita, they are in off of a win over North Texas last time out. Wichita's won 6 of their last 9 overall. They've gone 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 road games. They're also 12-5 ATS in their last 17 American Conference games here, dating back to last season. Take a look at the standings here right now. Florida Atlantic 3-1. Wichita State is 2-2 right now in the standings, but Florida Atlantic's covered 7 of their last 8 overall. They've won 7 of their last 8 at home, and they've gone 6-3 straight up in their last 9 games overall. The 2 teams did meet once last season. It was at FAU here, and the win was by Wichita State, 75-68 is a 7.5 point dog here. So Wichita State 4-1 as a road underdog here. ATS so far this season. FAU is one of the best spread teams at home right now. They are 7-1 against the spread at home, 8-2 against the spread here as a favorite. But I'm going to try Wichita actually here plus the points at 4.5. Give me the Shockers in this one. Greg here says he likes Wichita State here, it looks like. But more importantly, it looks like he likes the over. Mr. Wesker says you got teams that love to cover here, no doubt, in these roles. Cal Dog, like in Florida Atlantic. Greg Gibson says Wichita might win. Watch out. All right, got a couple more still here on the college card tonight. Then we got a big 10-game NHL card. We're far from done here on Night Moves. Next up, Northern Colorado Bears take on Portland State here in this one. You got Portland State favored here by 3.5, total 153.5. Portland State, they've won 3 straight right now. Talk about teams that know how to cover the spread. Portland State, the best team in the country right now, 10-1 against the spread here so far. They're 4-1 against the spread as a favorite. Amazing to think they didn't cover one of these games. For Northern Colorado here, they come in 3-1 against the spread as an underdog, 8-6 against the spread overall. Portland State won the meeting here last year, 82-71 as a 1.5 point favorite for Northern Colorado. They won their home game against Portland State last year, 72-69, but did not cover as a 9.5 point favorite. So Portland State, the best right now, covering these numbers. They've also won 8 of their last 11 games overall. They just came off that win over Mikey Williams in Sacramento State, 96-69, laying 10.5. They also covered as a a road dog against Idaho State. They won, of course, and they also won at Weber. They played a bunch of road games and we're covering them all. Portland State's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games. Northern Colorado's gone over in 7 of their last 8. And 8 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Let's hear from you in the chat in this one. And Mr. Weskers likes Portland State. Cal Dog likes Portland State. LALV likes the over. And Timmy Two Shoes likes Portland State in this one. I got to take Portland State, man. They really dominate Northern Colorado. Give me Portland State in this one. And finally, it's going to be the Northridge Matadors taking on UC San Diego Tritons here on Thursday night. UC San Diego, a 9-point favorite here, total 160. UCSD is 6-2 against the spread at home. Northridge just 3-7 against the spread as a road underdog this year. UCSD won here 79 to 54 last year as a 10-point favorite at home. They rocked them, and they also won and covered on the road last year against Cal State Northridge. UC San Diego still won 13 of their last 17 games coming in here this season, although they're just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. Northridge is 0-8 against the spread against UC San Diego in the last 8 meetings. 5 straight meetings between the two teams have gone under. UC San Diego's gone under in 4 of their last 6. Northridge has gone over in 7 of their last 9. Coming in, Northridge has also won 6 of their last 9 overall, but gone just 7-13 ATS in their last 20, dating back to last season here. So I'm going to take UC San Diego to roll here over Cal State Northridge tonight. A few hiccups along the way for UCSD here, having lost 3 of their last 5, losing to Fullerton, losing to Cal Poly, losing to USD here of late, but hopefully they can pick it up right now. UC San Diego 3-2, Hawaii is 4-1, and Irvine is 5-1. Northridge right now 3-3 in the conference standings, and we'll see if Leo Beef and UCSD can do it here on Thursday. Got some plays from the chat here in this one. And here's Mr. Westford says he's got UC San Diego in this one. Looks like Greg's on UC San Diego, not to be confused with USD. LALV is liking the under here. Greg likes USD and the under. And Greg says UCSD will take him to the woodshed. And Mr. Westwood says these California schools are looking good. If you look at these records, right, of some of these teams at the these West Coast teams, they do have some pretty strong records, even playing the preseason schedule and kind of beating some teams. Okay, that's it for college basketball with me tonight. We're going to go next to the NHL. We have a 10-game card here, so let's not waste any time. And we'll start it off here in Buffalo. Buffalo with the Canadians on the road here in this one, taking on the Sabres here. And looks like a battle of backups here. Could be Montembeault here, but seeing some sites here with Dobish here early. So see what goes on with Montreal between the pipes here now. And for the Sabres, look, Colton Ellis is in there, and just amazing. He's in there. That what we've seen right now. I know some sites have Luukkonen in there in this game, but I'm seeing that maybe it's going to be Colton Ellis here, more likely here on Thursday. For Columbus, they come for the Sabres here. They come in with a record of 25, 16, and 4. Montreal 26, 14, and 7. Have been an incredible run here for Buffalo. Obviously, they bounced back from a loss with a win there the other night. Uh, uh, Over Philadelphia, they lost to Florida, but then came back impressively with a 5-2 win over Philadelphia. Buffalo's won 14 of their last 16, including 7 of their last 8 games at home. Montreal's been terrific, one of the best road teams in the league. They are 13-4 on the road this season. They've won the last 5 meetings over the Buffalo Sabres, actually, and also have won 6 straight here in Buffalo. So maybe Buffalo's met their match. Maybe they'll just keep going right now. But Montreal's gone over in 13 of their last 19 games on the road. Buffalo's gone over here in 5 straight. Buffalo's been an under team this season. They're 8-14 to the under as a dog, but Montreal is 14-9 to the over on the road. So, wow, what a dominating series for Montreal here. And just the fact that Montreal is still playing pretty good. Yes, Buffalo has been out of their minds here for 2 months, where you got to start saying, hey, maybe it is no fluke, even if they lack this kind of the stars that some of these other teams have. I'm taking Montreal, though, here tonight. We've taken Buffalo a lot, no doubt about it. We've been riding this streak, sometimes blindly, just saying, hey, we got to go with them again. They've got it done. But I'm going with Montreal in this one. They seem to own the season series. They're certainly playing pretty good, almost comparable to Buffalo. I mean, this is an abnormal win streak for sure. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. Okay, here we go. Mr. West goes maybe on Buffalo. Timmy Choo-Choo's on the under. Greg says 4-3 Buffalo to keep it rolling here. I'm fighting the yawns, you guys. Sabres of the dog. Give me the Sabres. That's a good philosophy there, actually, for Timmy. He'll take a Kapanen goal. LALV's on Montreal here. Buffalo for Greg. LALV also on the under. Greg says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Buffalo. Personal accounts on Montreal. Cal Dog is on the Sabres here. And Timmy says, hey, I can't pass up on $1.05 with how hot this team is right now. The Kraken are on the road, taking on the Boston Bruins here. Boston's hot here right now. Seattle has cooled down, but they've been terrific here of late as well. Boston comes in 26-19-2 on a 4-game win streak. Meanwhile, Seattle, 21-15-9. They've actually lost 3 of their last 4 games. Boston here with consecutive wins over Calgary, the Rangers, Pittsburgh, and Detroit, and they're playing great defense, getting great goaltending. In fact, they've allowed just 3 goals in the last 4 games, posting back-to-back shutouts over the Penguins and Detroit. For Seattle here, meanwhile, like I said, they've lost 3 of 4 coming in, but still they've won 9 of their last 13 and 6 of their last 8 on the road. They've also beaten Boston in 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams. Now, Boston's won 6 of their last 7 and 4 of their last 5 at home. 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone over, but Boston's gone under in 6 of 9. And the Kraken have gone under in 8 of their last 12. See what you have here. Man, what a game this is, huh? With Seattle. Seattle is 18-22 as an underdog. Boston 16-8 at home so far this season. Seattle is 17-23 to the under here. I kind of want to take Seattle just because of this price is pretty hefty. Boston has been awesome, no doubt about it. It looks like Corpusalo here in the nets. I'm going to take Seattle in this one. Give me Seattle in an upset here over Boston. All right, let's see what we got here in the chat. Mr. Wesker says he wants to take the Kraken after that loss to New Jersey there, 3-2 in overtime. In that one, Boston here with a day off. Kraken lose back-to-back tonight, says Greg. It'll be 3-2. LALB is on the Kraken here. Mr. Weskers was steaming after that loss by the Kraken yesterday. Timmy Chushu's got to go with the Kraken. Cal Dog liking Boston here. LALB likes the under. And Timmy's not happy if it is Corpusalo in goal here. He said things might be a little different if you have Swayman in there, but we'll see tomorrow. All right, next up, we got the Flyers here on the road taking on the Penguins in a Pennsylvania rivalry here, but both teams come in kind of struggling here right now. Philadelphia has lost 4 straight, and they're not scoring anything here. Last 4 games, just 6 goals in losses to Toronto, Tampa Bay twice, and to Buffalo. Not an easy schedule. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, has lost 3 straight here to Calgary, Boston, and Tampa. 2 teams did meet already this year at Pittsburgh and it was at Philly. Pittsburgh won it 5-1. Philly is 20-10 to the over as an underdog here so far this season. Penguins here a little bit of a modest favorite right now at $1.45. Pittsburgh comes in here having won 6 of their last 9. They've also won 7 of the last 8 meetings against Philadelphia at home, and 12 of the last 18 meetings overall between the two. Philly's been an over team of late. They've gone over in 4 of their last 5 and 6 of their last 8 overall. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they've gone under in 4 of 5 and 4 of 5 at home and under in 5 of their last 6 games overall. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Penguins here. Yeah, $1.45. I get it, but I'm taking the Penguins to win in this one. Greg says take Pittsburgh here. And Timmy Choo-Shoes likes Crosby for a goal. Greg says Philly cannot beat him. Cal Dog says, go with the Pens here. Time for the Pens to wake up. Look at that Penguin logo there. All right. Skinner playing well, says Timmy Choo-Shoes. Maybe he's got a little something to prove. And LALB liking the Penguins here in this one. Greg says the Flyers are their little brother. It's going to be a 3-2 loss. I'll take the Penguins here in this one. Here's the Canucks on the road, taking on the Blue Jackets. In this one, you've got the Blue Jackets. Oh, man, they're $1.75 here against Vancouver, as deservedly so. Here right now, you got Columbus coming in here with a record right now of 20-19-7. We know Vancouver is probably one of the worst in the league, and right now this losing streak just continuing here. No end in sight for Vancouver. It feels like with this losing string that they're currently on, and now you got to go in here to Columbus with an 8-game skid. Vancouver has defeated Columbus in 4 of the last 6 meetings, but they dropped 5 straight on the road. Columbus has won 5 straight here at home against Vancouver. Despite Vancouver winning the other games, Vancouver mostly has beaten the Jackets at home. The 2 teams did meet earlier this season. Vancouver won 4-3 at home in that game. Vancouver here, meanwhile, just 12-23 as a dog. Columbus has got it done as a favorite, 10-4 as a favorite. Columbus also 10-4 to the over as a favorite here this season. So, you know what? I mean, this is a bad losing streak, but this price, I mean, you never want to lay this with Columbus, do you? Can I really take Vancouver here? I'm going to take the over. I might bet Vancouver and not tell anybody, but Columbus has gone over in 4 of their last 5 games in this series against Columbus. Give me the over in this one. I'm a little gun shy. I think Vancouver is supposed to be the one you're supposed to take at this price, but this losing streak is just too awkward right now. See what you got in the chat here. I know it's going to be all Blue Jackets, I'm sure. Here, Cal Dog on the under, LALB on the over. Greg says it'll be a beatdown here for the Jackets, and personal accounts got to go with the Blue Jackets. So I'll just take the over here in this one at 6.5. I want to take Vancouver at that price, but they're just playing bad. I guess more so I don't want to lay it with the price on Columbus. All right, let's keep it moving here right now and go with the Sharks on the road here, taking on the Capitals. Look, the Capitals here, they've been alternating wins and losses. They're 24, 17, and 6. Sharks have won 3 of 4. Yeah, they're coming in off a loss, but we know that no team is more profitable in the league this season than the San Jose Sharks. Are up 14 units here so far this year. No one really even comes close to that mark right now. So why wouldn't you consider them here, even against this Washington team? San Jose, first meeting they did play last December, and it was 7-1 in favor of the Capitals. Blew out San Jose in San Jose. That's one that they might remember here. Now look, San Jose, even though they are a big underdog here at plus $1.70 or so, the puck line is not really that great a value, but I think I still got to take it here at minus $1.50 with San Jose. I'm going to take them on the puck line, minus $1.50. Like I said, San Jose is one of the most profitable. They are the most profitable team in the league this season. Let's see what you got in the chat here. Cal Dogs on San Jose. Greg says it'll be the Capitals. Personal account on the Capitals. LALB on the Sharks on the puck line with me, and LALB also liking the under here in this one. I'm going to take the Sharks minus $1.50 on the puck line. Sharks right now 30-14 is a puck line underdog here this season. Washington 15-17 is a puck line favorite. Greg says it'll be the same result for the Capitals here. He likes it probably 7-1, I guess. David Chushu's liking the Caps, and personal accounts says Caps puck line is possible. All right. I just can't stop taking the Sharks, I guess. Next up, the Jets are taking on the Wild here in Minneapolis tonight. The Wild are $1.50 or so. The total 6 in this one. The Jets, maybe they've at least started to look like a little bit of signs of life here. 3 straight wins after that terrible losing streak. Look, I guess they just got old real quick. I mean, that team last year was great, no doubt about it. And expectations were high, but when they hit that losing skid, it was bad. But Minnesota's a team actually struggling here right now with a couple losses in a row to the Islanders and New Jersey. They really haven't looked that good here in the last couple of weeks, but they still are the much better team at 26-12-9. Winnipeg is the worst underdog in the league, 2-15 as a dog this season, 7-13 on the road. So you could try to say that maybe this 3-game winning streak has pepped them up here a little bit, but still a dreadful underdog for the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets have, however, defeated Minnesota in 9 of the last 11 meetings between the two teams, despite the fact that Winnipeg had that 11-game losing streak. They've also lost 9 straight on the road.
Final.
Minnesota's lost 4 of their last 5 coming in, although they've won 12 of their last 18 at home. here. So really weird trends, I think, here in this one. You almost want to throw them all out. It feels like. I think the one that stands out the most, so, is the fact that Winnipeg really can't win as an underdog here. Winnipeg is 12-5 to the over as an underdog, and maybe they will end up giving it up here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Minnesota Wild here, minus $1.50. I'm laying some chalk here tonight. Give me the Wild in this one. Who gets the comments here going with you guys in the chat here? And it's going to be Mr. Weskers. Will the Wild ever win again? It's only been a 2-game losing streak. Kaprizov here for an anytime goal. Wild 4-2, says Greg. And he says the Jets will be getting back to their old form here a little bit. Remember, they had the best record in the league last year, right? So LALB over here. Timmy says the Jets are just tanking, actually. Who's scoring for the Wild, says Mr. Weskers. Maybe I can go out there and do my thing. Cal Dogs on the Wild. Hartman, an anytime goal. Personal account, liking the over here. Mr. Weskers says he had him in both those losses. All right. Next up. Go to the Central here with the Flames taking on the Blackhawks. And this one, you got the Blackhawks favorite here, $1.15 or so coming in. Total here, 6 under 20. For Calgary here, coming in off of a loss. They're 19-23-4. Chicago also coming in off a loss. They're 19-20-7. These two teams coming in here met back in a couple of matchups in November. Chicago won them both 4-0 at Calgary, 5-2 at home in this one. We know Calgary, having their struggles for sure. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games. They've also struggled in the division, losing 12 of their last 15 division games. 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams here in Chicago have gone over. Chicago's lost 5 of their last 10 at home, but they are playing some of the best hockey of the season, having won 5 of their last 7 overall. 12 of the last 18 meetings between these two teams have gone over here, but still, we got Chicago here. Only a favorite for the 3rd time this season. Are they still favored? Yep, they are. In fact, Calgary opened the favorite. Chicago moved to the favorite, so if anything. But Chicago is 0-2 as a favorite so far this season. But, Calgary 7-16 on the road. Chicago at least 10-10 at home so far this year. Chicago in that favorite role, 0-2 to the under. Man, let's see what you guys have. I'm perplexed with this matchup. See what you guys have here in this one. Probably just go the over. Maybe here. Chicago's a big time under here right now, but Calgary on the road, 15-10 to the over, and they've been obviously going over here in some of these games here. Of late. Lost that game to Columbus 5-3. Before that was 3 consecutive unders, though, and they couldn't score. Man, I'll throw my hands up in this one. Calgary here for Timmy. LALB likes the Blackhawks here. Greg says it'll be 3-2 Blackhawks. And, like I said, they already won the first 2 meetings here between the two, right? LALB on the over. Cal Dog liking Calgary. And Huberto for an anytime goal for Timmy. I'm going to take the Blackhawks here in this one. Next up, the Islanders are on the road, taking on here the Oilers, and Yari's in there. So we got Edmonton, $1.80 here, total 6/20. Edmonton's lost 2 of 3 coming in. They lost last time out to Nashville 4-3 in overtime. They did beat Chicago before that 4-1, lost to LA for the Islanders here. They've been playing well, but they do have lost 2 of their last 3. They lost to Winnipeg last time out, 5-4 on the road. They also lost to Nashville 2-1 in a shootout, but man, they've been in pretty much every game, it seems like right now. And I don't know if I can go against them here at $1.50 or better against the Oilers in this one. Islanders have lost 6 straight on the road against Edmonton here in Edmonton. They've also lost 4 of the last 6 to the Oilers overall. Islanders have gone over in 5 of their last 6, although they've gone under in 10 of their last 13 on the road. Edmonton's gone over in 6 of their last 7 and 5 of their last 6 games at home. So always a struggle here for the Islanders, but man, I kind of want to try them in this spot. Let's see what you have here between these two. And it's going to be 4-2 Oilers, says Greg. Says the Islanders have been shaky lately. And Mr. Wesker says this has been quite a road trip here for the Islanders. This is their 4th game on the trip. Cal Dog liking the Oilers here. LALB likes the under. Timmy says, give me McDavid on an anytime goal plus an assist. And Greg says that the Oilers will have this one for sure. Oilers are 15-5 to the over at home. The Islanders have been trending over here of late. Give me the over in this one. LALB's liking the Isles here. Maybe on the puck line there. I'll take the over, but man, I want to take the Islanders. This is just such a tough spot for them at Edmonton here. I keep liking the plus money tonight. All right, the Stars are taking on the Mammoth here in this one. You have the Stars 27-11-9. The Mammoth are 23-20-4. Mammoth are the team playing a little bit better right now. They're coming in here off of a win over Toronto 6-1. They did lose to Columbus before that, but before that had consecutive wins, including a win over Ottawa 5-1 and a win over St. Louis 4-2. For Dallas here, they're coming in off a loss to Anaheim 3-1. Before that, they beat LA but lost to San Jose. They've been alternating wins and losses here for a few games right now. Still, Dallas owns this series. They've won 11 of the last 12 meetings between the two. Also won 5 straight here in Utah. I wish it was just a better price. I really want to take Utah in this game. They're actually favored to win, which, could turn some people off. But Dallas has moved to a favorite here at Bovada right now. But, when you think about how good Dallas has been, and Utah's done a nice job here of late. They're obviously, hovering around the 500 mark. So Utah's gone over in 8 of their last 11 at home. Dallas just 2-8 in their last 10 games here. They are struggling, so that could neutralize there a little bit that overall dominance. I'm going to do it even with Dallas winning 11 of the last 12 in this series. Give me the Utah Mammoth tonight to beat Dallas. You should get more back there when that trend comes into play, but I'm going to take the Mammoth here in this one. See what you guys have there with this interesting game. Mr. Weskers is on the Islanders. LALB will take him on the puck line. Greg says they might be a tricky winner. Cal Dog liking the over. Timmy says Stars in regulation. LALB's going with the over. And Greg says take Dallas to win. All right, we've reached the pinnacle here, the final game of the show. And it's going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Hey, we took the Golden Knights last night and that win over the Kings as they extended their winning streak. I'll tell you what, Toronto fans are here for this game. They are showing up and showing out here in Vegas right now. A lot of Toronto fans here in town for this one. And I don't know, it may be kind of that edge that they need here in this game. They've been playing obviously pretty decent here of late, having won 4 of their last 5, but they are just 2-6 in their last 8 on the road. They're also 2-4 straight up in their last 6 against Vegas. Vegas has won 5 in a row coming in. 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams here in Las Vegas have gone over, as well as 4 of the last 5 overall have gone over. Vegas has gone over in 9 of their last 13 and 6 of their last 9 games at home. Give me the over here in this one with Toronto and the Vegas Golden Knights. But tell you what, might be a lot of fans wearing their blue jerseys out there tomorrow here at the T-Mobile Center. See what you guys have in the chat. Mr. West was going to fade those Leafs. Timmy likes the Leafs, and Greg says 3-2 Vegas. All right. Oh, and one more cow dog on the Leafs here. LALV, Vegas money line. Timmy Choo Shoes, Vegas Leafs in regulation. Parlay the Stars and the Leafs. And then take a couple hours off. All right, that's going to do it here for Night Moves. Really appreciate you guys spending time with me here. An hour and a half of sports betting, picks, analysis, and some clips and quips as well by me. Hey, go over to Tony'sPicks.com, save 15% off all our premium pick packages here. Check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, and that's how you get signed up. Click on their handicapper profile page there and scroll down here. You'll see my 3-day All Sports Premium Pass here. Pick me up Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let's get it home and do it here on Tony'sPicks.com. My weekly package there as well for $149. I'm going to have plenty of action here, especially in college basketball. Trying to get it on track here a little bit. I know we're having a lot of winners on the show. Just got to pick the I'm supposed to be my top players. Picks.com, but we'll get it rolling here for Thursday. I want to thank everybody for joining me, and thanks to the chat for a great show as well with all their picks here tonight. Really appreciate these guys a lot, keeping me going through the show here. Got a little winded there in the middle of the show, but I feel good already now here again. So ready to go for the action on Thursday night. Make sure you use that promo code TonyT at checkout for all of our handicappers there over at Tony's Picks. You can click on the upcoming tab and see what everybody's got lined up. Look at this. Doubles got some action going on there in soccer here tomorrow, and all the picks from the crew here over at Tony's Picks. All right, it's going to do it here right now. We'll be back tomorrow with more night moves. We'll be here at 3 Eastern time, 3 a.m. Eastern time, and noon Pacific time with the action here on Friday as we get ready for a great sports betting day. Thank you to the folks in the chat. There they are. LLB and I both made it through the show. Man, there's a lot of college basketball I was watching today. I maybe got a little tired there by the end. Mr. Wester's here talking about that football game a little bit. Yeah, man, another injury here with Shavers going out. What are the Bills going to do at wide receiver this weekend? Basically, they've got Shakir. I mean, granted, he did have 12 receptions last game, played a career game, but beyond that, you've got basically Brandon Cooks and Keon Coleman. I don't know beyond that. Obviously, Kincaid and Knox are going to get a lot of run in this game. Also here, and don't forget to watch out for Ray Davis a little bit out of the slot. I think he'll be pretty busy there, maybe catching some passes. Thanks to Timmy Choo Shoes as well, Cal Dog as well, LALV, Mr. Weskers. Thanks everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Night Moves. And for the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.